What do you say, guys? That's Dan Javidi here. Hope you're all well. I'm standing here in my latest purchase with this commercial property, which, as you can see, is an absolute treasure. I've got some video clips which I'm going to show you throughout this video so you can get a bit more of a feel for what type of property I'm in. Some of you are going to get this video and you're going to completely understand where I'm coming from. Either you're at one end of the spectrum where you can't find the deals and you're looking in the same place, and every time you go to a viewing or you go to an open day, the same people are rocking up and you're sort of sick of seeing the same people, and you know that they're going to be bidding on the same properties as you, and you're going to be pushing each other's price up, and eventually you're either going to get something or you're going to be let down. It's a huge amount of waste of space. So some of you are going to really relate to this video and about how you can potentially observe what's going on in the market and maybe try and find new deals. And on the other hand, some of you are going to click on this video and you're going to click straight off. You're going to think, what is this guy talking about? Observing the masses, doing the opposite. I've never heard so much rubbish in all of my life. Well, that's cool. I'm not going to please everyone. So by the end of the video, you should have a good understanding of how to observe the masses and do the opposite, and where to look in the different markets. So let's go ahead and get started about the current change and the shift, and if you actually observed the masses and did the opposite. So this is me just doing a quick walk around the commercial property in the video, and you can see it is a right old state, and it's probably why not a lot of people decided to go and bid at the auction. Now, I committed the cardinal sin. I didn't view this property before the auction. I had no intention of really bidding and buying it, because at the time I had a lot of funds out, a lot of big projects going on, and a lot of them coming to the end, so you know, hugely in depth of the spend. But I really liked the look of this project, and I loved even more that it was at the end of the year. So it's getting towards Christmas. A lot of the people who go to the auctions and are eager to bid and buy potentially won't be there at that sort of time, because they've got lots of other things going on, as did I. I very nearly didn't go to the auction that morning. I just sort of dragged myself there. I was meeting a couple of friends of mine, so we go and we have a coffee and we have a chin wag and a bit of a laugh, and we watch who's bidding and buying and watching what the prices go for. Now, I remember when I got to the auction, the auctioneer, he came and he said to me, he said, "Oh, I'm glad you're here, Dan." He said, "There's only been a couple of legal packs downloaded," and he said, and you're one of them, so I'm glad you're here to bid. And I said, well, look, I'm just here to see what it goes for. Sometimes when you're in the circumstances when you really shouldn't be buying any more properties, and the right opportunity comes along because of the circumstances of the market, because of what the potential competition are doing, or more importantly not doing, the opportunities are there and you have to take advantage of them. Even when they come in these shapes and sizes, I have no idea what's in there. I don't want to know. So you can see a lot of work to do, a hell of a lot of work to do. I've just literally met my two main guys here. That's why I cut the video, and when I go back to filming, you'll see it's a bit later on in the day. It's a bit darker now, because we just had a chat and we just had a discussion about what we can do, how we're going to do it, about bringing this property, this small commercial property, back to life. The plan is 2 commercial shops out of this one and a residential flat above. Okay guys, so I've just met my 2 builders here, so you can probably see that there's been a shift in the lighting, and that isn't because I've got a really expensive camera crew with lighting effects and things that are going on. It's just that we've had a conversation about what we're going to do in the project, and I've now started filming again, so bear with me. So I may have forgot to say at the beginning of the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit those likes. Hitting those likes is great for the YouTube algorithm. So what did I pay for this property? So this property was £80,000 plus the fees of the auctioneer. Now, because it was commercial, it falls below the stamp duty level for commercial property, so I paid no stamp duty. That's a plus point straight away for buying commercial. No stamp duty for under 150,000. It was bought vacant possession, but actually the tenants had served notice and they hadn't left. So we made a decision to complete on the purchase with the tenants in situ, and we worked with them so they could vacate. They've been here for some time, 30 years. Doesn't look like they've done much. It's really cold in here, there's no central heating. It's really not a great property. But what do we intend to do with it? So we're going to split it. It was formerly 2 cottages. It's now 1 big shop. We're going to split it back into 2 smaller units, We really like secondary commercial locations like this. Great for new businesses, hairdressers, beauticians, those types of things. They're small footprints, which means that the rent is low, so it encourages new businesses to come in. They're below the rate threshold, so new businesses potentially can get the rates exemption, which means they don't have to, another cost for a new business, have to pay the business rates. And we tend to keep all of the utilities on one supply. So what does that mean? So all the water, the gas, the electric, we've got a central supply. So we're in control of all the bills, and we charge them a service charge to the tenants, and that covers all of their utility bills. Okay, so what you've all been waiting for. What does this property look like in terms of the numbers? Why is this such a great project, even though it was a property that no one else wanted, bought at the wrong time of the year, bought with loads of issues going on in terms of legislation and market conditions and government and Brexit and all those things. And then we've bought it and it's a right old state. We've got rock, we've got floorboards falling apart, we've got the walls coming down, all sorts of issues going on in the bathroom over there. We've got a plate of stuff which God knows, if anyone guesses right, great on you. But I'm not going to be testing it. We paid 80,000 for this property. After you've paid all of your fees and bits and pieces, you know, it's going to cost you around 85k. Probably going to spend 25k doing it up. So we're into it for 110. Guess what? It's already had an offer on it in its current condition after the general election, after the Brexit issue, and after Christmas for 150,000. So we could flip this on and we could make a really quick profit. But we're not going to do that because we want to hold on to this property. It's going to be a great long-term investment. And by the end of it, when it's all done, it's all refurbished and we get it refinanced, we're going to end up pulling more money out than we put in, which means the net cost of this property is going to be 0. So here are the numbers. Purchase price, 80. Fees and costs, 5k. Cost to refurb, 25k. Total cost, 110. Revalue after it's rented for 2 tenants and 1 flat is going to be about 250,000, and we'll get about a 65% loan to value on that, which will release this amount of money versus the costs, and it's going to give us this amount of income afterwards. And then after that initial payout, we're going to be getting an ongoing revenue from the tenants. It's going to sit nicely on our portfolio and our balance sheet.